10 players who could own the 2026 World Cup. The 2026 FIFA World Cup is shaping up to be one of the most exciting tournaments in football history. For the first time ever, the competition will be hosted across 3 countries: the United States, Canada, and Mexico. More teams, bigger stadiums, and billions of eyes watching from around the globe. But what makes this World Cup truly special is the clash of generations. On one side, we have 2 icons who have dominated football for nearly 20 years, Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. On the other, a new generation is ready to take over. Players like Kylian Mbappé, Jude Bellingham, Erling Haaland, and Yamal are preparing to write their own chapters in football history. Some players are chasing redemption, some are chasing glory, and some are chasing immortality. Here are 10 players who could define the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Number 10. Christian Pulisic. When the United States thinks about soccer, one name stands above all others: Christian Pulisic. For years, American fans dreamed of having a player who could compete with Europe's elite. Pulisic became that player. After breaking through at Borussia Dortmund, winning the Champions League with Chelsea, and rebuilding his career in Italy, he's now heading into the biggest tournament of his life. And the pressure couldn't be greater. The World Cup is coming to North America, and millions of American fans will expect Pulisic to lead the host nation on a deep run. At his best, he's quick, creative, and capable of producing moments of magic. The United States may not be among the favorites to win the tournament, but if they want to make history on home soil, they'll need their captain to perform at the highest level. And that makes Christian Pulisic one of the most important players to watch. Number 9. Mohamed Salah. For over a decade, Mohamed Salah has carried the hopes of an entire nation. The Egyptian superstar became one of the greatest players in Liverpool's history, winning the Premier League, Champions League, and countless individual awards. But despite all his success, one dream remains unfinished: the World Cup. For Egypt, simply qualifying would be a major achievement. But if they do, Salah will once again become the center of attention. At 34 years old, this could be his final opportunity to leave a lasting mark on football's biggest stage. His pace may not be what it once was, but his intelligence, movement, and finishing remain world-class. And great players always seem to find a way when the spotlight is brightest. Number 8. Neymar. Few players have divided opinion quite like Neymar. Some see him as one of the most gifted footballers of his generation. Others believe he never fully reached his potential. But one thing is undeniable: when Neymar is healthy, he can change a game in an instant. The Brazilian superstar has spent his entire career carrying enormous expectations. Ever since emerging at Santos, fans hoped he would lead Brazil to another World Cup title. So far, heartbreak has followed him at every tournament: injuries, disappointments, missed opportunities. Now, 2026 may represent his heaven: Jude Bellingham. At just 22 years old, Jude Bellingham already looks like a veteran. The English midfielder has become one of football's most complete players. He can defend, he can create, he can score, and most importantly, he can lead. After starring for Borussia Dortmund and Real Madrid, Bellingham enters the World Cup as one of England's biggest hopes. England hasn't won a major international tournament since 1966. That's nearly 60 years of waiting. But this generation believes it can change that. And if England finally lifts another major trophy, Jude Bellingham could be the player at the center of it all. Number 6. Ousmane Dembélé. Ousmane Dembélé's career has been a story of resilience. Winger has rediscovered his confidence and become one of the most dangerous attacking players in the world. His pace, dribbling, and unpredictability make him a nightmare for defenders. And in a tournament where one moment can decide everything, players like Dembélé become extremely valuable. France already has one of the strongest squads on the planet. Add a fully fit and confident Dembélé into the mix and they become even more dangerous. Number 5. Erling Haaland. There may be no more feared striker in world football than Erling Haaland. The Norwegian goal machine has broken records everywhere he's played. Whether in Austria, Germany, or England, goals seem to follow him wherever he goes. What makes Haaland so dangerous isn't just his finishing, it's his ability to turn half chances into goals. Give him one opportunity and the game can change instantly. The biggest question is whether Norway can provide him with enough support. They're not among the tournament favorites, but football history is filled with surprise stories. And if Norway shocks the world in 2026, Haaland will almost certainly be the reason. Number 4. Lamine Yamal. Every generation produces a wonder kid, Lionel Messi. Those comparisons may be unfair, but they show just how highly people rate him. By the time the world... Number 3. Kylian Mbappé. For years, football fans have viewed Kylian Mbappé as the future. Now he may be the present. The French superstar already has a World Cup winner's medal. He already has countless trophies, and he already ranks among the best players in the world. Yet somehow, it still feels like he's chasing something bigger. Perhaps that's because expectations around Mbappé are unlike anything we've seen since Messi and Ronaldo. People don't just expect him to succeed, they expect him to dominate. At his best, he's unstoppable. His speed terrifies defenders, his finishing is elite, and he thrives in the biggest moments. If France wins the World Cup in 2026, Mbappé could cement himself as football's next king. And that possibility alone makes him one of the tournament's most fascinating players. Number 2. Cristiano Ronaldo. What more can be said about Cristiano Ronaldo? 5 Champions Leagues, league titles in multiple countries, international trophies with Portugal, hundreds upon hundreds of goals, records that may never be broken. Yet one prize still remains missing: the World Cup. At 41 years old, Ronaldo could be preparing for the final World Cup appearance of his legendary career. Most players retire long before reaching that age, but Ronaldo has never been like most players. His dedication, fitness, and relentless ambition continue to amaze football fans around the world. No one knows how far Portugal will go. But one thing is certain: if this truly is Ronaldo's final World Cup, he'll leave absolutely everything on the pitch, because that's what he's done throughout his entire career. And finally, number 1. Lionel Messi, the man who finally completed football in Qatar. For years, critics pointed to one missing achievement: no World Cup. Then came 2022, a tournament filled with unforgettable moments, goals, assists, leadership, and ultimately glory. Messi lifted the trophy and completed one of the greatest careers in sports history. Most players would have walked away satisfied, but Messi isn't most players. Now at 39 years old, he has the opportunity to do something extraordinary: win another World Cup. Imagine the story: one final tournament, one final run, one final chance to create magic. Argentina will once again enter the competition among the favorites, and Messi remains the heartbeat of that team. He may not run as fast as he once did, but his vision, creativity, and football intelligence remain unmatched. And as long as Lionel Messi is on the field, anything feels possible. That's why he's our number 1 player to watch. Because if football has taught us anything, it's never to doubt greatness. The 2026 World Cup promises drama, emotion, and unforgettable moments. It could be the final chapter for Messi and Ronaldo, the crowning moment for Mbappé. The arrival of Yamal, or the tournament where players like Haaland, Bellingham, Neymar, Salah, Dembélé, or Pulisic make history. That's what makes the World Cup special. Legends are remembered, heroes are created, and football history is written. But what do you think? Which player will dominate the 2026 FIFA World Cup? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more football content.